I'm Brandy, and today is Mystery Monday, so I'll be playing some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Hi Hunter, hi Mr. Swiss Cheese, how you guys doing? Oh, I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Oh, but I guess who's sick and had to call out. Oh no, are you doing alright? That sucks. Alright, so let's get into it. Hopefully we can have some fun phoenixing and writing instead. Food's down, so I guess I'm alright. Hard to eat soul food though. Oh no. Sorry you're going through it. Okay, so I cannot remember what happened last time, so this should be interesting. I'm assuming I spoke fully to... Whoops. With, the detective. Wait, was fixing, my car's headlights and got my slip disc meds and injection. Oh. Wait, so did you hurt yourself? Or did you get your meds? I hope you're feeling better. Okay, so I think I was trying to... Okay. So the victim created a computer virus and was going to sell it because he was in debt. And I need to prove that he's in financial debt. Got it. Hi David, how's it going? Yeah. Hi Shoma, how you doing? Are you doing good? That's good to hear. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Wait, also for a second I thought you had a beard. Wait, a beard? Wait, how did my hair get under my chin? Okay, let's see here. So I think I talked... MC Bomber is the name of the virus. So I talked to you about the virus. And I had... the disc, which is MC Bomber. Okay. Yeah, yet to tell what happened here. Work injury? Oh, jeez. It was also my old injury. Had slip disc 5 years ago. Oh, no. And, like, I'm assuming, you had a recent work injury that flared it up, or, had it just flared up recently when you were fixing your car headlights? That really sucks. Wait, maybe? Oh, so today I'm gonna get new glasses. Nice! Okay, I'm gonna move and try to remember where to go. Sorry, Maggie. I'm just gonna ignore you entirely. So I think from Trey's Bien, I need to go all the way to Blue Screens Incorporated. Okay. I'm gonna present the magnetoma and then hopefully I can remember how to do this. Oh, the injury was from carrying heavy stuffs. Oof. Okay, troubles. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I'd better take this, or take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with this? Okay. So, I'm assuming the horse racing tickets. Yes. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. What? Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but not everyone buys as many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right. But I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? The radio. Okay. Victim's lottery ticket. Sorry, Grey Armor, how you doing? Gambling time, yep. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have... Oh my god, that's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No. You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000? Yeah, but... It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? Uh-huh. But you know, being something-ish? Wait. Is he a gambling addict? No. Of course not. Wait, that's... Gotta have first sign of hamster struggling. Oh. Yep. It's happening. It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Okay. The tiger. But what was that what I did last time? I think they want a person. They want a person. Yes. Furio Tiger, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're the one to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No, I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this, Furio Tiger? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. Okay. Now I use the calendar. Got it. Perfect. Furio Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of the loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No! I'm cracking you. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Yep. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. Okay, the program in question, was it by any chance? Okay, now this is where it should work. MC Bomber. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! I'm wondering if your corporation is also affected. Woo! Okay. So now, after all that work, will you tell me about Glenn's troubles, please? Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So... Oh wait, so... He said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Wait, didn't we just go over the... Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations. Wait, didn't we just... Okay, did you guys lose your memories after the magnetomy usage? This is just... Wait, congratulations, you now need a new job. Yep. Where did you come up with these ideas? Risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Elk was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable! Gumshoe was right for a change! This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. So, he created the virus and also bought a lottery ticket in hopes of escaping death via loan shark. See Bomber updated. Okay. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Glen Elk's losing horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor. Use the trash can, Nick! No, I refuse. They're not mine. And anyway, this is company property. I can't just take this. Okay, so I talked to you. Wait. I spoke with you fully. So... Can I show you other things? It's a long shot, but I'll try this. Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry. That data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness. No, Maya. That's a... Wait. Sparta? She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. Okay. A code word? Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be her mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. Okay. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elk, what do you say? I'm working on it. I just wanted to check. Oh lord, really? What? Okay, I'll try this. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, skipping through. Did you not get the 300 reference? Oh, the Sparta? No. I know that it said Sparta, but I didn't get the rest of the reference. Okay, so I'll ask about Glenn, and I don't really think there's anything else we could do. I'm about Mr. Elg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. Wait, I think I asked about this. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all, a model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. Gotta find out. Okay, never mind. So I think we're done with you. Oh, you mean this is Sparta? With the kick? Was that what they were referencing specifically? Okay. Ah, okay. I didn't get it. Okay, no one's in the Tribulations. You culture. I'm sorry. Vitamin Square. Hi. Okay, we still need to crack you somehow. Okay. So, was it Viola? She is connected to a certain family, but I don't have proof. And I don't technically know her real name. I didn't gain anything. I don't think that would be useful except this repair bill. So I think I looked everywhere. Have you even watched the 300 movie? I have not. Like, I've seen clips from it, but I haven't watched it fully. Okay. I'm just gonna try this. Would you mind taking a look at this? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, you're just gonna complain about it. Alright, got it. So... The only guess I have, maybe... is to go talk to Gumshoe? Okay, Maggie still has stuff. Help, Gumshoe. What do you think about this, Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, pal. Can't discuss anything connected to the case. Come on! Hey! I thought you said you were going to help us out! Alright, fine. Okay, so there's something I'm definitely missing. But what, I don't know. So I did the blue... I immediately forgot the name of the place. Blue something incorporated thing. And I broke Miss Basil. But I'm not sure how to further break, whoops. Oh, shoot. No, I didn't want to. Oh, Violetta. Maybe I can ask. I will Sparta kick you to watch the movie. So what you're saying is you're gonna put the disc in, or like put the movie on, set up a TV and a couch, and Sparta kick me into the couch. Oh, okay. That's the girl who works over at Tenderlender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? Oh! What could be worse? Okay, I didn't actually think this would lead to anything. What do you mean? Her name's, Viola? Oh, God. Cadaverini? Is that close? She's the only granddaughter. Oh, God. Granddaughter. Man, today. Granddaughter of, Baruto Cadaverini? Baruto Cadaverini. Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Who's this girl-looking nun? The possible murderer? Who works for a loan shark? As his lover? Baruto Cadaverini's... Am I even close with this name? The boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't catch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No! I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Interesting. Lover? FBI open? Yeah. I mean, her age is unknown, so she could be... I think she's an adult. I think the game implied she was an adult. But you never know. I mean, there's been underage relationships before in this game. So... And yeah, this is the guy... Oh, he's 42! So she's the lover of a 42-year-old, so that... Take that as you will. Okay. Open it up a new conversation. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people! That's who! You're a cop, and you're scared? What's that about? Trust me, doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. Okay. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Okay? So, mafia boss? Like, what? Moolah? As in... They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? That includes Tenderlender, I take it? Sure. No one stands up to Baruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting. I'm calling the bubble. So, Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then? Yeah. And everyone knows how much Baruto loves his little girl. Okay. How does he know about the relationship between the two of them? Personally, I'm very scared of you. She always intimidates Chad. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait, Yakuza? Corrupt officials? Most likely. Also, hi, Agent Zero. How you doing? So... How did she end up at Tenderlender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tenderlender are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. Ah! I can't believe it! What? What? Almost forgot the most important thing. Of course you did. And that is, you know, the lunchbox. What? Ah. Oh no. Oh, Gumshoe. Oh no. You know, I've got a dentist appointment. I need to go. I'll tell you about it later. Wait, talking street slang, I see? I think so. You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? Lunchbox? You remember? The weenies? I hate weenies. Oh, yeah. Those weenies. So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah, that's what she said. Really? Yeah. Don't say that. Please, Lord. Oh, yeah, no. Yep, you know, sausages. Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? She rejected his sausage. Wait, this is a family-friendly stream. Oh, I'm sorry that the game of Phoenix Wright is supposed to be family-friendly, but the translators put some jokes in. Ah, I've made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Why? Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this. It sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. Did the man just whip out a sausage? Yep. Actually, multiple. Surprised he has this many. Bro, get some greens in that. Yeah. You know, I am surprised, like, there's, you know, a little bit more, like, the rice and a bunch of weenies, but, like, did you pack, like, an extra lunchbox or an extra tray or something as a salad or something? I could just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. But weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Okay, a tenderly homemade lunch fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. At least put some white sauce on it. White sauce? I really can't eat anymore. Gumshoe, don't forget to give that to Maggie, okay? But they don't allow presents for the prisoners in the detention center, right? Hey, you're right. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm counting on you to get it to her somehow. I'm a lawyer, not a delivery boy, Gumshoe. So, do you want something? Will there be lunch for chat at FriendCon? That's a good question. I have no idea. Wait, maybe the weenies are coated with sauce. Then you put them on the rice. You know what? Probably the case. Pre-coated. Alright, Maggie? Oh. Don't leave me with this lunchbox! Okay. Bye. Let's try the kitchen. Nope. Okay. Well, I guess it's time to maybe crack you? And hopefully not die in the process? I called dibs on the big. Okay. So you're lying about your name. Whew. Okay. You said you had, wait, you said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Okay, so we tried this last time, and apparently this paper worked about a car accident. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Okay. Grandpa? Hopefully? Wait, not too bad? What's not too bad? So your splash creams, how long are they? Oh, so generally, I make the starting soon about 10 minutes and the be right back 5 minutes, but the starting soon doesn't necessarily have to be 10 minutes. It's just a little bit iffy with Twitch sometimes. So it's, I don't know, probably at least 6 to 7 minutes, give or take. It depends when they play the ads. Okay, so granddaughter? You're his granddaughter? I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Okay, this is good. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. So she's at least 16? Oh, God. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away. Or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... What? You'd have what? I open up. So she is underage? Well, she's at least 16. Actually, what is the driver's... Okay, how old do you have to be to get a driver's license in Japan? Whatever that age, it's the minimum, at least. I looked it up. Want me to tell? Yes. Please and thank you. Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... Well, I mean, you just showed me. What? 25? Do you mean like her age or the age when you get a license? Oh, she is 25. Okay. So she's of age. Yep. And also thank you. So I'm assuming Tiger. The Tiger did it? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident? It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it. Okay. So you're denying the truth. I mean, the picture is very clear. We collided the motorbike and my car. But Don Tiger isn't injured at all, is he? It was the Tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him, too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the Tiger was involved in a traffic incident on his bike, okay? So that I know. I can present the bike, I'm pretty sure. The wheel guard is all smashed up. Perfect. So it mentions the damage. Suspect it was the... No. Insurance fraud? Maybe. Most likely? It's not exactly a motorbike, but... Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter? Doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini? You know the truth, don't you? He... Oh, wait. I said that, never mind. You know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by, Furio Tiger. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible. Perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it! But Don Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the Tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I don't know. Almost killing my boss's granddaughter, his favorite granddaughter. That's a good reason to pay it. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? Don't say it, Phoenix. You never saved Chat's life. She just left us to die in the cold. No! I swear, I didn't. Wait, I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's because of your grandpa. I assume? Okay, this was easier than I thought it was going to be. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but... Your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but... If you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Also, what the heck happened? To cost $1 million for an operation? Okay, so the head bandage. Please go on. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. Huh? Huh? $1 million? And thank you. U.S. Health Care be like, yep. My grandfather ordered Don Tiger to pay $1 million in compensation. Plus the extra bit. Compensation, Rich ship. It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Compensation. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tiger said. He said he had nothing to do with my grandfather being, Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh, we made her cry! But I knew that wasn't really true. Oh, now I feel bad. Wow. I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was... it was... evil. Why are you smiling? He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse. But you think, what? If it's compensation, that the medical bill was likely much less and the rest is punishment. You know, I'm starting to think that might be the case. You know, for damages. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Wait. Is this because of your past, Phoenix? Because someone you cared about, or like a former friend, was poisoned and you were betrayed by your former lover? Because she poisoned your friend? Or her ex? Wait, cranial surgery? That does also require some specialists with steady hands, like Dr. Wait. Stephen Strange. Oh yeah, and he is busy. He's got to do stuff in space and stuff. And go all over the world, so he's kind of hard to get a hold of. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Wait, don't do it! Yeah. I won't need to convince Fiel of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Wait. Sir Strange is retired from... Wait, medical? His hands were damaged in the accident, which is why he shifted to magic. Oh, okay. That's a good point. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's no longer practicing. Okay, well, now that that's over. Okay. Bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong? Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say. Oh, well, he hasn't got anything to say to you fellas. Can you do some star surgery on some physics? I'm not equipped for surgery, I'm afraid. Huh? It's Shin Hop. Hop. Who you calling Zinope? Ziniope. Huh? Maya, are you okay? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Any rose to get destroyed, yep. Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now. Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Yous wanna know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. And it ain't only her face. Wow! She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl? Now that's sad. Wait, love the East Coast accent. Thank you. I tried. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Clearly, has never been to New York. Exactly. I have not. Well, I've been there once, but like, I didn't absorb the accent. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me now or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Armstrong, please. Be reasonable, help me out. We can outnumber him. Don't do this. Why does he have a New Yorker? Wait, accent? Oh, it's because I just decided on it. Oui. Then, what? New Yorker? Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. The soul, I cannot argue with him. Ah! Oh, my face! That really hurt. Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait! Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. So you do know my name. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Well, wait, I think they were trying to do a mix of New York and Boston? Oh, okay, that makes sense. I think. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Please tell me Maya just jumped out on his back. Hold it, pal! Oh my god, come shoot, please! Detective Gumshoe? Detective! You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Wah! Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But, go, pal. And take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright. Thanks, Gumshoe. Wait! Nick! Don't leave me behind! Wait, can we arrest them for assault now? Yes, please. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Tenderlander is going down. Okay. As long as something doesn't happen on the way back. He was never a hard-boiled detective. Nope. I have 0 experience as a hard-boiled detective. Okay, defendant lobby number 1. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go well and ended on a giant mystery. That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that. That little flash of doubt in your eyes. No? That wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You'd better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. We're gonna have to pull this out for another day. Hey, pal! Hi! Hey, Detective Gumshoe! Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here. Maybe this'll help. How long did it take you, Gumshoe? Huh? Have you taken up an aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, it doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is the same bottle, or this is the small bottle that turned up in Tribulations' kitchen a couple days ago. Wait a second. Could this be the medicine? Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He got so many, they're overflowing on the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And doesn't smell. We finally got the analysis result. Oh my god. We finally got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? Afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Yep. For ears. Typically used, or topically used only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah. It's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medication doing in the kitchen? I'm assuming Mr. Armstrong stole it. Small bottle refilled, or refiled, refilled into the court record. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal. This is it. Make sure your defense is impenetrable today. Got it? I'll work on it. Today's trial. Alright, so before we start said trial, I'm going to take a quick break for a couple minutes and hopefully win this one. Alright, be back in a little bit. Alrighty, I am back and ready to continue. Sorry about the delay. Wait, time to go to court. Yep. Thank you for the welcome back, plushie. Alright, so we're back to today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Yeah, about that. There she is. Yep. Sorry, I took so long. And thank you for the welcome back, plushie. It's incoming. Okay, we're literally just gonna go record. Okay, courtroom number 4. I was hoping Godot would be sick. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. 1. Ready and waiting, as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday, we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, starting up right away, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. Wait, not Godot? Godot? Oh, also, I believe that the name is pronounced Godot? Not Godot? Well, I probably have been mispronouncing it the whole time. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? Alright. You really gonna make us wait? Mm-hmm. Huh. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Okay? Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today, I'll prove it. Okay. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. Oh boy. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone. I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of Le Très Bien Restaurant Enchanté. Let's do this. Let's go. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Why do they keep saying... Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman, no? On the... What is this? On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? Wait. Why is this confusing me? What's you, monsieur? Everything feels right. Oh, with you, monsieur. Okay. Gotta give it more power in that voice, I'm sorry. Cup number 2. I'm gonna try to keep track of it this time. Does he hit on everyone? Huh. Oh, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Tribulations. Oui. Volunteers? What are these words? I need a translator. Okay, at Tribulations. When it all happened, there were 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oh. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. Les cups, les earpiece, et les glasses. It would have been everything in reverse, no? Possibly? But why are we... Canadian can't speak French, shaking my head. But is he a coffee fan, and what kind? Sorry, I missed that message. I don't drink coffee. I haven't found one that I like. It's a taste that's hard to get used to. But also, yeah, I can't speak. I was in classes, but it never stuck. Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror. Where was this mirror? Are Canadians like part of British? Technically? Like, kinda? But like, we're separate, but kinda not. Because we have our own government. But still connected to the former queen? Now the king? You know what? I'm probably not the best to get this information from. Wait, used to? They don't like the new king, so I heard. Ah! Interesting. I should probably look into this. And suddenly the mystery disappears. Okay. Are we just gonna... Oh, so you're just trying to prove that the contradictions were not actually contradictions, so we can use Victor Kudo's testimony and the fact that he saw Maggie from behind? Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. A lot of people aren't fans of His Majesty. That makes sense. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Miss Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay. There's 2 customers in my restaurant. I feel like this is a lie. And who are the 2 customers exactly? My is, of course, the young man who died. And the other not-so-young men. You're referring to yesterday's witness, I presume? What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? He's being blackmailed. Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. Okay, experimenting with the art. You were experimenting with Art Deco? How come I never heard about this before today? You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur? No one ever asked for barred evidence that requires singing. What? Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong? This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decor? Wait, deco No, wait, I think I read that wrong. Art Deco. It is a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior designs, walls, ceiling, carpets, that kind of thing. Ah, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of le decor. Okay. Having a large mirror. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Boof. Something about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high? Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Mais no. But I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Always press. Why the ceiling? I mean, think about the ceiling, right? If there's a mirror on the ceiling, not a lot of people look up. But someone who's trying to steal your goods might be looking up at the ceiling mirror to see you put stuff in your pocket or something. Wouldn't it break? If it fell? Maybe? I don't know. I feel like he had a plan to steal things. Possibly. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo's or Maggie Bird's testimonies. But... stop. It's a good point! Excuse me. Wait. If there's an alien monster on the ceiling, not a lot of people look up. Or in the walls. Or the vents. That's true. Wait, you didn't ask, Wright. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Tribulations the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turned out, he didn't really use the mirror in the end. He didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Tribulations, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. Ha. If you want to doubt someone, try look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious. Wait, enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Perhaps that's why what the old man was looking at. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite. Even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? What? You're always twisting my words and I don't like it. Wait, hold on, I didn't see that. Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? Wow! And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here. Well, Trite? Not the hair! I do not have a top knot! Mr. Godot is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Bien. Logic as one le day. Gamers don't look up. Oh, so many times. I agree with you. Okay, so everything would have been in reverse. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse. Oui. Hey, Nick! We should take a sec and think about what old CD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. And he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. Okay, so everything was on the left side. If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh? And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but... Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection? If he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in the old man's testimony. We've just gotta dig deeper. Okay. Let's check some stuff here. Okay. So, the weird thing is Glenn Elgin's picture has the headpiece on his left side. So, logically, the cup is fine on the right. The earpiece is fine on the right, but the HMD over his left eye. Okay, there we go. Alright. So if I go to the last thing and present his blurb of information. Ha! The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? Boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. So, to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactement. You see, monsieur. Now that you think about it, it is not so hard, no? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. And Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror. Why is it that the HMD was not on the wrong side of his head? Order! Order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim's reflection in a mirror, then we would expect that the victim's eyepiece have been over his right eye. No, stop it. Wait, have you checked the ceiling lately? No. Why? What's up there? Is there something there? Should I be worried? How bitter. Wait, was that cup number 3? Is there a spider? I don't know. Is there? I think I'm good, but I don't know. Yes, it is number 3. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for keeping count. Trite. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume? I broke the vase. Sorry. Apology. Mr. Cadeau's sworn testimony? Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And that's the most striking thing about what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man. Cup 4? Already? Okay. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear. Ha. Well, Trite. Ugh. How does that prove anything? It's the worst, but best impression of Kudo ever. Was it? Well, I really thought he was old City for a minute there. It was good. Enough. I must agree with yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie. So what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on. Tell the court. We're all ears. Oui. I can explain. Please, if you will look at les plans of le restaurant. Uh-oh. Alright. Let's see how this looks fishy. Hello. Is everyone sitting comfortably? Yep. Le mirror, it was in the middle of le restaurant dividing the two halves. What? Why? First of all. Second. How does this... What? No, give me a sec. Wait. Give you a sec? Oh, you need to get comfy? Get comfy. How... Okay, wasn't Mr. Kudo in the seat, like, across from the victim? How did the... If he's in any position, the mirror would have blocked his view of the victim. Unless he was seated, like, right across, directly across, but then the mirror has no relevance. This is... I'm so confused. Alright, I'm good. Thanks for waiting, no problem. Oh, he was over there. Okay, wait. I'm confused. What did he say was elsewhere before? There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of le victime. That was le seat at the table next to le victims. That was where le old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so that it was not in the way. Okay, conveniently. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. Okay. I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. What a naughty little crow. Get? Am I confusing all the men like this? I'm sorry, what? Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there. Again. I hate that guy! You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that? Volunteers? Of course! Very well. Miss Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. You stole the medication. Did you not? In the middle of the restaurant. So, run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? We? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way. Look who's talking, Trite. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But what? This is my seat in the courtroom. Trey's bien charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in a spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Trite. I tell you, monsieur, le mirror was there in the middle of the restaurant. Okay. Can you give proof? Alright, the only one seat. And where would that be? Wait, Phoenix, were you not paying attention? Oh la la! Look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer. Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. I attract the older ones too. You know. Handsome? Shall I tease you too? Good. Cup number 5? I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. Who are you dating? I bet she has mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume. Bien, I will tell you. There was only one seat from which you could have seen. Okay. We've gone over this. Alright. You pointed out the position. I don't know why, but trying to speak French just sounds very funny, as you sound like a broken record with chronosis. Oh, thanks. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Mais, God, that word. Mais, monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you will understand. Okay, yeah, reflection. Angles. Stuff. Optics. The victim could have been reflected in the mirror like so. Actually, here's the other thing. Is it a two-sided mirror? Like, is there a mirror on the opposite side? Because otherwise that would be really suck if you're just looking at the back of a mirror. If you were sitting at a table next to him, you would see everything, no? So that's the seat old Seedy was sitting in on that day. When the poisoning happened. The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim. Why does that seem kind of odd? Because the vase was not broken. Oh. After the terrible... Okay, move the mirror. Whoops. Should I just... Yeah, I'll try it. So... blueprints. Can I... I could try it. Oh! This piece of evidence contradicts with the testimony we've heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Yes. This photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Miss Wright? Should not exist. Ha, sounds like you're describing yourself, Trite. Wow, you're so rude. I'm gonna stick that coffee up your nose. Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in this photo? Oh, I have to do it? Why do I have to do it? It's the flower vase. It's right here. Wait, Nick, you need to fire back. Exactly. Present? I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The vase? What possible connection does that have to do with the witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Okay. So we need the apology poem. Wait. Look up? What do you mean look up? What's up? What's the Hi Real Panda? How's it going? Wait, at least they're not looking at ambiguous crime scene photos from the SCP Wiki. Oh god. Took the vase at my seat. Perfect. Doing good? That's good to hear. Yes! Okay, I got it. There is one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all. It was. How you, dog? I'm doing good, thanks. Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That's the seat. That seat. Seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection in from. Exactly. There's only one conclusion we could draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tres Bien that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu! Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase. Wait, no he didn't. While the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Oh my god. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear? You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? I don't have to prove anything. If I can answer this, then I'll be much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Are you gonna be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. Wait, the mirror? And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradiction, Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Mr. Kudo made a mistake. The ear doctor made a mistake. The victim was a phony? I'm just gonna save real quick. What now? Okay. So if Mr. Kudo made a mistake, that puts us back at square one. The ear doctor made a mistake. I don't think the ear doctor made a mistake. That just seems silly. The victim was a phony? Maybe? Just sounds so ridiculous. All of these sound ridiculous. But this is probably the most plausible one. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there is one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident with Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. What? Yes. The victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. 6? This sounds completely ridiculous. I just... What took you so long? Order! Order in the court! Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trite. Are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretending to be Glenn Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of the one Mr. Victor Kudo. Good coffee, I believe. I guess so. Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was the serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. Good coffee, I believe. Nice. Oh wait, sorry, did I reread that? This is some conspiracy level planning. I don't understand why they went this far. That's so hard to believe, but... How? None of this is relevant. This is like... Why are we going so far off in this direction? There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Cadeau, show Mr. Cadeau this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Yes, you did. Wait, what? Oh, I did. Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. He's being blackmailed, sir! That's right, well, witness? If your restaurant was really the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Oh la la. This is most difficult for me. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tres Bien that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. Wait, did you type it in twice? The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. We... Le victime, Monsieur Elg, he came to my restaurant alone. I remember le old man arriving not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Elg became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes after that the poisoning incident occurred. No, there was no time for a phony to do the acting. We got him, boys. We'll see. Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all? Je veux demander pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I demand pardon. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. Perjury, smurgery, it happens all the time. I will decide how to punish you later. For now, we will hear your cross-examination, Miss Wright, if you please. You took that perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Okay. The victim, Monsieur Elg, he was in my restaurant. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, alone. He was meeting someone, so that's weird. Was he alone at his table as well? Mais oui, I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears that there was another man at the victim's table. Ha. Unfortunately for you, Trite. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. Also, thank you. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Hearing Maya say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Okay. Remember when the old man arrived? By old man, do you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui. He comes often for my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a zip just for the experience. Oh! You make me so happy, monsieur. You are most welcome anytime. I said it was worth 1 zip and nothing more. So old man Mr. Kudo arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Yes. How many minutes after? What time was it? How many minutes after? So you're saying that not much time elapsed between when the victim and Mr. Kudo arrived. Oui, that is correct. But that still leaves the possibility that something happened in the gap of time. And by your recollection, how much time would you say elapsed? Let me see. Approximately 2 minutes, I would say. 2 minutes, that's all? It seems unlikely that anything untoward would have happened in such a short time. Rats. I knew I should have... I shouldn't have pursued this line of questioning. Okay, well, we'll go back. Press. Okay. Skipping. Arrival time. What time was it? Out of curiosity, what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh, no, I cannot remember, monsieur. I believe you were told by a witness yesterday. Hi, Jason, how's it going? The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Okay. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened about 20 minutes after he arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 p.m. and 2:10, no? Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, monsieur. You are wonderful. Ha ha ha. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony. Oui, monsieur judge. Everything I do for you. Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? What? I'm glad at least one person is in a good mood. Oh, good. That's good to hear. Wait, I'm at work. 4 hours to go. Oh, so close. I just bought Carmen Sandiego for PlayStation 5. Ooh, nice. Let me know how that goes. Wait, he's been humming a song to himself. Okay. So, the time. Something's off about the time. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. So, that would be really weird. Because the radio show happened sooner. So Eve, save after this. Okay, I'll save. Wait, how do I... There we go. Are you any closer to closing this case? We're on the second trial, and apparently trials have a cap of 3 days, and I have a feeling that it's gonna push to 3 days. We cracked, the one girl, Viola, we figured out her relationship, and, like, that she was in a car accident, and that Don Tiger likely paid for her medical bills because she's related to a mafia boss. So we found that out. And then we were almost attacked for said medical bills that she gave us by Don Tiger. And now we're in court dealing with this guy's shenanigans, and he's clearly lying out the wazoo. So this may take some time. Okay. Save. I'm going to guess... Exactly. It's been a roller coaster ride so far. The radio flyer. Yes! Haha! I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. What do you mean? Quoi? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery tickets. Oui, that must be le show Ma Elg was listening to. I can't see any problem with this testimony, Miss Wright. I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui. I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving le lunch menu. Get to the point, Trite. If you have one. Oh, hi, Damon. How's it going? Yeah. Wait, is Gumshoe holding back any evidence this time? Coffee slides over. Well, he did take a very long time to return that teeny tiny bottle to us, the green one, which apparently was the ear medicine. So, I'm guessing Mr. Armstrong actually stole, the victim's medicine, his ear medication for some reason, or he left it behind, and I feel like we're gonna have to prove something to that degree. Did he just call the one dude Trite? Trite? Yep. He calls him Trite for some reason instead of Mr. Wright. The show is broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30? Now, supposedly the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. So about that. I see the wizard, how you doing? And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Wait, as in pig's stomach lining? That's a crazy nickname. Maybe? Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. No! This victim would have been told about, has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that was already over. Also, not having said earpiece in the correct ear thing in this random photo that I pulled out of my butt. And the show's already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. This victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Wait, doing right? Made a couple ham and pepperjack melts? Ooh, currently enjoying them. Nice. Hope they're good. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Tres Bien that day. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. There's 2 people. There was the victim and there was someone pretending to be the victim. This is some high-level planning. I don't know why they did this. This is so much effort. The real Glen Elg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Quite a performance, Trite. You were almost on a roll. What do you mean? But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. Okay? What is this? Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg is performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Elg, or Glen Elg, is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court, however. At that time, the real Glen Elg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Alright. Well, that was my alarm. So I'm gonna take a quick break for a few minutes. And then we're gonna hear how Phoenix is gonna get obliterated with this. Just out of curiosity, is this a jury trial? Actually, I don't think we've ever had a jury. I guess not, no. It's just defense, prosecution, witness, and judge. Oh, and also the defense. No, the judge makes the decisions. Yeah. Alright. I'll be back in a little bit. Alrighty, I'm back and ready to continue. Ow. Thank you for the welcome back, plushie. Wait, I wonder if the loan shark would somehow go into court and took everything away. Oh, you mean like come in and attack everybody? Well, what did I miss? Wait, but does he do the executions too? Wait, the judge? I can imagine the jury in the waiting room discussing the trial. No. That was the fake lawyer discussing the real body, not the real lawyer discussing the fake body. Keep your facts straight. Also, thank you. Yeah, there's no jury in Ace Attorney. That's gotta be an overarching plot point in the next game. Wait, that's gonna be... Really? Oh, I'm curious as to find out. Never really thought about it, but yeah. Wonder why. Okay. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Okay. So what'd I do wrong, Godot? Thank you, Trite. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? What were you hoping I would say? What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours? Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony... Pardon me? There was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony oh my god, Glenn Elg. Then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that part through. Prosecution has a valid point, Miss Wright. If your theory is to stand up to examination by the court, you must provide us with the proof by answering the prosecution's questions. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trite. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence. Oh my god, did they hide him in the kitchen? What's with the intense pressure in here all of a sudden? It's a good question. I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead. Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Elg concealed? Inside. Because, okay. So the sports paper was hidden. But was it later? Because they did find it. So I'm just gonna confirm. This was the debt. The poisoning. The cup. This. Powder. The prescription bag. Yes, most likely it has to do with the small bottle. Okay. Inside Trays Bien. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trays Bien. Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? Perhaps you could, you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. About that. The exact location where the body was concealed and Trays Bien is the kitchen. Present! The body was hidden here. I see. Nice, supposition. But the real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? Dang it, it's on the other thing. Oh no, long pork was on the menu. Yep. Present! Did I get it? Mr. Armstrong. Do you recognize this bottle? No. No. I have never seen that ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very best bottles, monsieur. The highest quality only for me. Music stop. Yep. I think I did it. Yeah. Where was the bottle found, Miss Wright? Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Tribulations. Eh? Quoi? Qui? Quoi? Whatever that word is. But I only ever use the bottles for my aromatherapy oils. But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elg, visited an... Oh, God. Laryngological clinic. Big word clinic. And was given medication that day. For his ear. Is that 6 or 7? I lost track. You can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. Laryngology? I don't even know where to begin with this one. The contents of the bottle matches the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Blah. That's right. Glenn Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen. At which time, this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. -1 cup for that spit take. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen? Mon Dieu! Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird, however. You were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. No! Oh, gotta head back to work. Alrighty. Have a great rest of your day. And thanks for stopping in. Well, good luck, you might need it. Yeah, I think I will at this rate. Order! This is an extraordinary development. Witness! Did you murder Mr. Glenn Elk? Never! I would not do such an horrible thing. The G is silent. No! Is he okay? Why are you like this? Mr. Godot? Wait. Otolaryngology? Am I getting close? Pro-Tranquil Alpha. Yeah, basically. The bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules. Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now? Then I'd like to do the same. To the person who lied to me. I'd like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in your ear? My H-deficient friend? Oh, yeah, that's right! He can't do H's! You're kind of correct. Okay, I'm slightly closer. Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It was a trap. Listen to me. Por favor? Wait. Isn't that Spanish? Por favor? Or is that... Am I reading that incorrectly? Just call it an ear, nose, and throat. Ah. Got it. That's Spanish. See, I thought so! You're not French! I knew it! Yes, that is Spanish. Thank you. No, also you're Canadian. That doesn't mean I know French. You're stereotypically expected to know French. It's true, but I didn't do well in French class, okay? It didn't work out well for me. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. Oh, okay, they were just gonna answer right afterwards. I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it? No! No, no! Absolutely no. I answer the damn question. I wonder how that translated in Japanese. You know, I wonder as well. I imagine, like, I could be wrong, but there are a bunch of different dialects in Japanese, right? So I wonder if they incorporated French and Spanish, or if it was, like, a different dialects? Maybe? Wait, there are a lot of conjugates between Spanish and French. French is basically Spanish for people that are afraid to pronounce. Wait, is that the case? Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. Finally, we're on the same page. True. Yeah, because the one thing I wonder is there's that one character, whose name I immediately forgot, who has the Western accent. Or has a Texan accent. And I assume that she's a character from, like, a rural part of Japan. So she speaks more informally. So when people speak informally, it's stereotypically done as, like, Texan, I guess. And I remember hearing about some hotline for Japanese people when they go to France and get disappointed. But that could be just be fake. Wait, what? When they go to France and get disappointed. Wait, what? But I speak all languages around the world, all in one language. Do you? As does my gavel. Oh, that's going somewhere. It is clear. Why do they always say, what do they always say in movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. Yes, it's called speaking alien. Oh, do you speak alien? It is true. I ate the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go with, along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. And I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me. Okay, wait, it's real. It's called Paris syndrome. It's when Japanese people go to Paris and get disappointed. What? I'm gonna have to look this up afterward. You were forced by who? I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elg died, was he really the only person at his table? Answer the question. It's basically culture shock? Wait, is it kind of like they go to Paris and then they're just disappointed at like they've heard so much stuff about France in general, and like when they go there it's not what they expected? Or is it just like it's so different that it just is crazy? Yeah, there's a thing called Paris syndrome. Basically, it's the result of the cognitive dissonance between the idolized version of a vacation destination. Oh, Paris, which gets a lot of good press in Japan, and the reality they encounter from actually visiting. Oh, did not live up to the hype. Got it. Okay. Paris is a very dirty place. Like, crazy dirty. Oh, is it? I had no idea. There was... Okay. There was another man. Oh my god, there was another man. I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth. You may cross-examine the witness now, Miss Wright. There's just one more thing I need to do. Break him. I gotta break this guy and get him to tell us the name of the real killer. What about E syndrome? When people come to chat and never leave? Is that a syndrome? Okay. You hid the body in the kitchen. Go on. Did you carry the body by yourself? Oui. I carried him and I carried Maggie too. Maggie, too? When she saw the victim's corpse, she fainted. Okay. I could not have her there. But why did you hide the bodies? Okay, a man forced me to do it. I had no choice. Go on. What man? Who was he? No! No, I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. You'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. If he won't tell me, I'll tell him. But why did you go along with this man? Wait, that's just Stockholm Syndrome? Also, hi, Pika. How you doing? I want to play, AA1-2-3, but I cannot go back after the fluid QOL improvements of DD and SOJ. Oh, Ace Attorney 1, 2, and 3. Okay. But the fluid movement improvements. Okay. Yeah, I could see that could probably be a bit jarring. Okay. I had to go along with him because there was a reason why I could not refuse. Go on. And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, monsieur. Yes? Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment. A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. I can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Okay? So... but I did not kill him. Let's slap down the paper? Quality of life. Ah, I see. And hello. Wait, I cannot get a breathing animation for thief commission, so we'll send you what I have. Oh, thank you so much. All I did was make the eyes an arrow glow along with a fog background. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wait, just gotta present the reason he went along with it, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get ready to go to my glasses appointment. Alrighty. Thanks so much for staying as long as you could. And have a great rest of your day. Okay. What? There's paper. Debt. Perfect. You are in debt to a loan shark. You have $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000! Is it true, Mr. Armstrong? Oui. Je suis désolé. I was weak, and they borrowed the money. I'll send the new glasses in Discord in case you want to see. Alrighty, thank you. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Alright. And voila. The tiger. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark? And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you. Oui, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong? Le tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to the man that he paid his loan. I have no way to pay you $500,000. Wait, you don't owe me that much. What's going on? Wait, just... oh, sorry, reading stuff. Okay. I don't know why it happened like that. If anything, he owes me money. Wait a second. Oh yeah, actually. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscient... what? Oh god. Inconscient? Maggie out of the dining area. And into the kitchen. After that, I had tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tiger. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron jacket or pocket. Was that your doing as well? No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it was... I was not. It is despicable. Mr. Godot? You will summon this Furio Tiger as a witness. I doubt that can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. Is there something wrong, Mr. Godot? Why are you shaking your head? Huh. It's like unconscious with an N? N? Oh man. With an I. With an I. Okay, sorry. Unconscious with an I? 30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more. How the... Don't sit back and relax yet, Wright. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Instead of using you, use an I. Unconscious? Oh god. My brain can't comprehend. Very well, your request is granted, Mr. Godot. Is he helping you now? Maybe? We will resume once Mr. Tiger is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess. Like... I guess it depends on I don't know if Godot is really concerned with the truth or if he just wants to beat me. Alright. Because if it's just beating me, then he's gonna take the tiger's side and, like, throw Maggie under the bus. Okay, lobby number 1. So we're finally gonna see the tiger on the sand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? When I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now, he said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. But Godot picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know, but if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal. Case-breaking evidence here? Detective Gumshoe! What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair is standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Top Knot. It's not a top knot! The iffy side of the prosecutor have to prove something beyond a reasonable doubt. Wait, Sorry, slightly confused. Ah! Hold on. Get down! Okay. We should be safe. Let us continue. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, alright? I can't stand still when I don't have a job to do. I kind of get wind up. Wait, you the judge, jury, and executioner? Yep. So Sansing instead. Ow, no, I didn't mean to shoot you. No kidding. You gotta have something you need to me to do, pal? Anything? I didn't mean to. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. You get some prints analyzed for you if you got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have a really decisive piece of evidence, right? True. Without some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag, we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprints analysis done in an hour? You bet. In that case, would you mind checking the prints on this for me? Oh. Wait! Wait! Oh no. Okay, well this was at the scene of the crime, but I don't think that matters. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. Okay, so that has fingerprinting done. Okay. Bears Maggie's. This also has fingerprinting done. The bag probably isn't important. I'm gonna guess probably the bottle. Wait, check the bottle? That is a good idea. And present. Hopefully. If you're going back to the station anyway, could you find out whose prints are on this? Oh, hey! That's the small bottle I gave back to you this morning, right? Yeah. I think it's time we solve the last mystery of who the prints on it belong to. Sure thing, pal. Actually, it's been gnawing at me too. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right away. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. No promises. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. This should be interesting. We're gonna be in the same courtroom. Did it work? Please tell me you're late, Godot. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Doe, did you find this Furio tiger? 8? 10? I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. Okay, 3 cups. How many cups is that? Tamed him? The guy's name may be, Furio Tiger, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful. He still bites. Very well. Please show Mr. Tiger to the stand. Okay. Haha. Good to see you, bud. Witness? Please say your name and occupation. It's okay. Don't hide under the table, Maya, unless there is room for me down there too. Would you mind? What do you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest. Who could have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge? I got business to take care of, you hear me? So who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky? No, of course not. It was the judge. But at least we get to see behind the judge. Your Honor? Oh dear. I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me. Just carry on with the proceedings as normal. That's it, we're doomed. Maybe yous didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was in that... Who is it that called me in here? Man. There's no need to shout. We can all hear you. What do you say? There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law. Can you just spit coffee on him, please? Or just throw your mug? And I'm the one who holds you in. Too cool? Don't let him get the better of you, Nick! Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct? Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mass boy. You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird? Maggie who? You've got more important things to do than watch court... I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas. Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. Please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder. Humph. Phoenix White. You's the one who set this up, didn't ya? You's gonna regret the day you rifled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying? You do a quick British accent? Oh. Oh god, why is my brain failing right now? Cheerio, pip pip. I don't know how to do a British accent. Well, maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today. Get a grip, Nick! What about you? Get up from under the table! Alright, your alibi, let's hear it. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from tend to Linda every single day. You just want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta. At least I found my pen. Very well then, Miss. What is it? Please, witness, if you would refrain from shouting like that. I know the kind of games that guy in the blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins. Lowlife? Me? Listen up, smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to the case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000 and you's gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think it ain't gonna hurt when you tangle with the tiger. Is that a threat? I love a good spectator sport. Just a minute! That's really not... This witness is... How can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too. Very well, I have no choice but to impose a penalty system here. You's better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus. You have a scooter. The court will impose a penalty for every irrelevant pressing of witness testimony. Oh, come on! Alright, well... I refuse to pay. I'm cheap. Your Honor. Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Miss Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick! Come out from under there already, would you, Maya? Okay. Know nothing about no murder. Okay. I was tied up with business in December last year, spent all my time in my office. That's funny. I got whales lined up, pouring cash from, okay, every single day. Okay. So I feel like... Let's go through the evidence first. So, you have matches from Tribulations, but you could have gone at any point, because it's been a year. The bill's irrelevant, the lunchbox is irrelevant, flyer's irrelevant. Might be relevant later. Cardboard thing. Okay, so on December 3rd, the day of the incident, there is a note saying, meet with the tiger. So that's kind of important. But everything else is kind of... Alright. Saving again. So let's press this. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know. You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is. Sharp? Is he talking about, Viola Cadaverini? She writes everything in my calendar. December. Mainly in the office. That's what it says. And that's where I was. It seems like a rather, sketchy schedule. Ah! Oh boy. There he goes again. What the tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder. So now what? Press harder. Okay. Mr. Tiger. What do yous want? If you wouldn't mind going into a bit more detail... Oh no. This is a dead-end trite, and you know it. No, it's not! I have evidence! Remember the rules. No! It's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately. I agree. The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe yous ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen the young kid before. I do believe the witness' last statement was important. Mr. Godot, if you could please... Mr. Tiger, the court asks you to add the last statement to your testimony. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor. And ask him yourself. Okay. I was in the office too. I never saw that kid before. Okay, so I don't know if this will work, but why the calendar meeting? Okay. Mr. Tiger, you claimed you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, but it appears that Mr. Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meeting with the tiger, and the date, December 3rd. December 3rd? That's the day of the murder. Exactly, Your Honor. So, Mr. Tiger, I submit that you did indeed know Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on that very day of the incident, you met with him. Ah. Ha, ha, ha. Not bad. You's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with yous to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth. Witness, please remember that your under oath lies will not be tolerated. You's calling me a liar? Is that what you're doing? Huh? So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth? I said I'm dead serious. You's better believe that's the truth. Ha. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. How many cups has this been? That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tiger. Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court, witness? You never actually met the victim. That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy. It's gotta be something. Okay, the victim, Glenn Elg. I ain't no liar. I never met Glenn Elg. There was some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office, 10 to Linda. I waited around for him, but he ain't never showed. I ain't never been, to that Tribulations joint, you see? You see? God. With that sunburn, he's probably has skin cancer. You know, I would suspect so. I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged a meeting with the victim, but he didn't show up. I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead. Nobody mentioned Tribulations before he did. Oh, that's a good point. That is a very good point. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got a big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, Wright. Ugh. So maybe I press on the point of Tribulations. We'll go over it again. Okay. So you never met him, which is clearly a lie. There was some lame guy with that name, though, wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office. Okay. I waited around for him, but he never showed. I ain't never been to that Tribulations joint. Yeah, he's here. Okay. So... press? I'm scared. I'm gonna go broke. Please be correct. Never? Not ever once? Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee. Capiche? Do you think he really didn't meet Glen Elk? Not likely. Because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing. So you mean that whole testimony he just gave was a lie? Of course. So we can't afford to give him time to think of ways to plug the leaks in. I've got to nail him while I still can. Okay. So can I press everything? Press? And yet, your name was written on the victim's calendar. Get that horse calendar out of my face. I'm the tiger, not a lame horse. You porcupine. Tigers like me eat horses like that for breakfast. No. Witnesses aren't permitted to eat evidence. Not that they ever would. Well, got so many transmissions. My apologies. Okay. Oh my goodness. The heck is going... I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate transmission. Anyway, if you had never met the victim before, how do you explain this note he left? Okay. Wanted to borrow cash from me. Expound. That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where the victim worked, December 3rd was the date he had to repay his loan. He wasn't due to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed. Oh, yeah. Maybe he's right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December. So you did meet Mr. Elg then? Hey, right? Yous might want to cool your jets a sec. Okay. I set up a meeting with the guy at my office. Okay. So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Tribulations then? Why would I want to go to a dump like that? If I want to talk with my clients, I go to an office decked out for the job. I got the best punching bag yous ever saw in there. Was that your debt texting you? No. Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know. So you were in your office on the day in question. Okay. Waiting around for him, but he ain't never showed. He didn't show up. Huh. What do you think, Trey? Let's see, how does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office? Wait, some loan shark was trying to get their money? Wait, what? No? What are you talking about? And you yourself didn't go to Tribulations. What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you just come down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there. No. No need. I'm good, thanks. Listen up. I ain't got nothing more to say except this. Okay. I just realized I might have evidence. Because... I have this. So, what are these matches doing in your office? Mr. Tiger, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches? Matches? What are you talking about? We found them in your office at Tenderlander. They're from that restaurant. What? If you've never been to Tribulations before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk? You've been snooping around in my stuff now too? Wise guy? What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me. Order. Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Glah! Sorry. I'm terribly sorry, forgive me. I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I would have been there, but I still never met that kid. Okay. Well. Looks like an order just... Oh my goodness. Choking on air. Huh. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony. Come on, E. Wait, what? I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glenn Elg that day. And he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. Excuse me. Would be really great. Can't you breathe right? No. I never learned. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cops' sirens on my way out, and went straight back to my office. You choking on air? Yep. I see. You didn't actually meet with him in the end, then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please? Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! If I wait around here any longer, I ain't gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions. Ha. No problem. God. I always miscount this. Wait. Oh boy, you really do must pay up. Yep. Anytime Trite presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see he pays a penalty. Mr. Godot, that's my job. Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it. Yes, sir? That special express ain't cheap, right? Just so yous know, since yous paying. Oh, man. Doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Huh. Oh, boy. Judge sure is a pushover today. Yep. I concur. Okay, so Tribulations. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant. Saving. worried. Okay. Oh. Okay. So that is my alarm. So we will have to cross-examine the tiger next time. I'll save again. Alright. Here we go. Perfectly timed save. Yep. Alright. So I'll place up my schedule. So I stream from Fridays to Mondays, 2 times each day. Today is Monday, so in approximately 4 hours from now, I'll be playing some Sam & Max The Devil's Playhouse. On Friday, I'll continue with more Final Fantasy 9 and Dave the Diver. Saturday, for one day, I'll be playing Thief Gold, but from my first stream all the way to my last stream of the day. So that will be a 9-hour stream of Thief. And on Sunday, I guess we'll play more Hitman, or I guess we'll have to, I still haven't figured out what to do on Sunday, because some stuff might have been moved over. We would normally play Hitman World of Assassination and the Long Dark, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Next Mystery Monday, we'll play more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Ow. Alright, so I think that's... Oh, no problem. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope to see you again. Alrighty.